I'm about to cook some gluten-free, egg-free pancakes for my son. He has a lot of allergies and eczema due to his allergies, and so we have to cook a lot of things ourselves instead of buying them at the store, maybe pre-made. And so I thought maybe that'd be interesting to see with you, and so I'll walk you through it. So I add some things and take some things away from just the general box. So like the Betty Parker Biscuit gluten-free box, because he has an egg allergy and it calls for an egg, and it calls for regular milk, and so I'll be using rice milk instead of regular milk, and flaxseed instead of egg. And then I added blueberries because he loves blueberries. So you can kind of play with it, do whatever your child or your family needs are. I've added strawberries before. You could probably add banana, but my son is definitely allergic to banana, and so he can't do that. You can do variations, so let's just jump right in. Okay, so these are the things you're going to need. Some kind of flaxseed, and you're going to need it ground, and so I just go ahead and buy the already ground up flaxseed in the package. And then Bisquick gluten-free baking mix, pancake baking mix. It calls for vegetable oil, but I only have corn oil on hand, and so we're going to use that today. A big bowl to mix it in, and this is the kind of skillet that I use to fry up the pancakes. And then we're going to go ahead and get our frozen blueberries. Alrighty, let's jump right in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start mixing our flaxseed meal. So it calls for 1 egg, and the ratio for the flaxseed is 1 tablespoon per 1 flaxseed tablespoon per 2 tablespoons of water. And then you mix it in the bowl and you let it get all gluten, like gelatin-like. You'll see as I mix it, and then that equals an egg substitute. Okay, some things I forgot to mention. You are going to need a cup measuring tape, scoop, and a 1 tablespoon measuring, because when we go to do the flaxseed egg alternative, it's going to be 1 tablespoon flaxseed meal to 2 tablespoons water, and then you mix it up and then you let it sit, and that will turn into an egg substitute. So I'll go ahead and show you now. Okay, so we're going to take 1 tablespoon of our flaxseed meal, because it calls for 1 egg. And I'm going ahead and I'm making enough for 10 pancakes on the box, but you could go ahead and double this or however many you need. I make them in advance, so 10 pancakes, and then I'm going to flash freeze them and put them in my freezer, and I take 1 out each morning because my son's only a year old, and so he only eats 1 per morning. So whatever your family's needs are. Okay, back to our flaxseed. Okay, so 1 tablespoon, and then I'm going to go get some water. So 2 tablespoons water. One. And then you're going to stir that. Go ahead and stir that up completely until it's all mixed up. And you'll see it's kind of all getting mixed up. And it's hard to tell on the camera, but it's going to get like a thick texture to it. They call it gelatin-like texture. It's hard to describe. I would say to let it sit like okay, so now we have our 1 cup of the gluten-free pancake mix in there. I just went ahead and put 1 cup in there. Now I'm going to get 1 cup of milk. So I go ahead and I use the Rice Dream rice milk because my son does best with non-dairy milk because he has a lactose sensitivity. So I've used almond milk and I've used rice milk, and I prefer rice milk just because of the flavor, but you can use probably whatever you want because I mean it calls for regular milk. So if you don't have a dairy sensitivity, then go ahead and do whatever milk you want here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the cup of rice milk in mine. Alright, and then we need 2 tablespoons, so I'm going to go ahead and take our tablespoon out of here, of oil. And again, it says vegetable oil, but I'm using corn oil because that's all I have on hand. But go ahead, use whatever kind of oil you or your family likes. Alright, so let's jump back in here to our flaxseed egg alternative. So see how I was telling you it's going to get like a gelatin-like texture? See how much more thick that is? So that's the texture you're wanting for your egg substitute. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there now because that's about what we want. Alright, I'm going to go pop these in the sink. Okay, and I put blueberries, just frozen whole blueberries in mine. Okay, so I'm going to add about a cup of these frozen blueberries into my mix, but again, very customizable, so whatever you and your family like. Alrighty. And then we're going to grab one of these spoons, just a regular old spoon, and mix it all up. Okay, we're going to turn the griddle on to probably, for my stove, I'm going to turn it on to like a medium 4 or 5, but mine turns really hot. So, you know, you adjust it for what your stove or your temperatures are. I trust you know that for your own self. Okay, and I'm gonna get like just a cooking, like a butter, like a margarine, to coat this so that they don't stick. You can use butter or cooking spray, whatever it is. I have I can't believe it's not butter vegan, that it's okay for my son who has a butter allergy. That's the only one that I found that works well for him. So, you grab whatever one works for you and meet me back there. Okay, so, I mean it's showing backwards for you guys, but this is the one that my son uses. I can't believe it's not butter vegan, and it's a vegetable oil spread. That's just what we use for him, and it works really well. So if you are on an egg-free, dairy-free diet, this one is amazing, and it doesn't taste bad either, so I highly recommend it. So we're going to go ahead and spread this on. Go ahead and get that on there. Come on. And of course, it's not going to come off easy. Coat all that so it doesn't stick. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my first one on. I think this pan makes about like 3 at a time. Probably could make 4, but I'm sloppy. There we go. Okay, they're starting to get bubbly, so we're gonna flip them. Now I'd say let them cook another like 5 or so minutes on this side, and then carry on with the rest of your batter, and I'm gonna meet you over when we're done. Okie dokie guys, there's the finished product. Don't they look delicious? We'll get Cosby's reaction later. He's down taking a nap, so maybe he'll have some when he wakes up. But they are so good, and all your family can love them. So I ended up I put them on a pan like this for storing, and I'm going to put them in the freezer for about an hour to get them nice and cold and frozen. And then I'll put them in a baggie and I label it, and then I'll store them in the freezer, and when he wants one for breakfast, well, he's one, so he doesn't usually tell me he wants one, but when he wants one for breakfast, I'll pop it in the toaster, and then I'll just put a little syrup on it, but you can probably put peanut butter or, you know, whatever, jam, whatever, but we usually use just a little bit of syrup, and then serve it to them, and they turn out amazing. They freeze so well, and they are just as good as if they were, you know, fresh on your, right out of the, off the stove. So yeah, if you try them, let me know, and I'll be back next week with another recipe. Thanks for coming and watching. Have a great day.